Yep, the rumors are true. I ate my words, but I ate my words with some Tony C seasoning on it, and man, was it delicious. Last video I made about FanFest, I told myself and you guys that it is an event I wouldn't spend money on. And yet here I am. I spent money on it because I went to the last night of FanFest, May 18th, which is yesterday by the time I'm filming this. And man, I had a good time. I had a much better time because I was with my girlfriend, because last time I went, I was by myself. So I experienced the first night of FanFest by myself, and I experienced the last night of FanFest with my beautiful and wonderful girlfriend. I just want to give you a play by play of how the night or day went. So at first, we showed up around, what was it? It was around like noonish. We showed up, and we just wanted to get a lay of the land. We just wanted to hang out a little bit and just chill, eat some food at Hogsmeade. Three Broomsticks never misses, dude. Every time I go there, the Three Broomsticks has the best food ever. I had gotten the bangers and mash, which is my favorite. Comes with cabbage, peas, potatoes, gravy, and bangers, which is European sausage. And my girlfriend got the shepherd's pie, which I had never tried before, and it was good. My only complaint was it was too small because they give you a side of salad with it, and the salad is so much more than the shepherd's pie, which, it's a theme park, so whatever. And during this time is butterbeer season. And so for a limited time, the Three Broomsticks is selling the butterbeer cream puff, and holy moly, that is the most delicious dessert I've had in any theme park. And I'm not a dessert guy. I'm not a pastries guy. If I so much as see that Simpsons donut, my stomach cringes and I want to vomit. So I had low expectations for the butterbeer cream puff, and it is the most delicious thing I've ever had dessert wise. Uh, then we tried butterbeer ice cream. Ice cream. It was just whatever. It just tasted like vanilla ice cream with a hint of like butterscotch or whatever. And then I tried the butterbeer caramel because it's butterbeer season. I want to try it. Try all the butterbeer stuff. So my fat ass dipped the butterbeer caramel in the butterbeer ice cream and ate it, and it was delicious, absolutely delicious. So then, after we ate at Three Broomsticks, we had a movie to go to at 2 p.m., and this is probably the best movie I've seen of 2025, and where I am talking about Final Destination Bloodlines. This is going to be a short review of Final Destination Bloodlines. I don't like movie reviews that go on for too long. I'm not going to analyze the film. I'm not going to break down the film in this video. If you want me to, if you want me to do a breakdown video of that and give you my genuine thoughts of scenes in that movie, let me know. But right now, I'm just going to say it was a banger of a movie. I came in with low expectations, and holy moly, I literally was at the edge of my seat. And usually, when movies promote themselves and like, oh, it's the scariest movie you've ever seen, and it's like, bro, it's just this is Megan. What are you talking about? But no, Final Destination had me at the edge of my seat, cringing at some scenes, and like some scenes that were just so like little and minuscule and simple that I was just like, oh, like and the thing I love about the Final Destination movie is it plays with your everyday fears of handling certain things, certain objects, certain vehicles, certain just everyday things, and I love that about that movie. It is a fucking 10 out of 10 movie. People are going to say the acting is terrible, whatever. I'm not there for acting. I'm not there for performances. I'm there for the kills, for how these people are going to die. And by God, these people died in gruesome ways that I couldn't even fathom of how these people came up with the deaths in this scene. And the makeup department or special effects department, they were fantastic. But anyways, the movie was good. We enjoyed Final Destination Bloodlines, and because we had just finished the movie, we decided, you know what? It's time to go to FanFest. And we showed up around, what was it, four something. We were able to get our wristbands, and because we had day tickets, uh, we had access to the day ops park, and we also had FanFest tickets, but that doesn't count for early entry, which makes no sense because I'm already there. I'm already early because one, I already have a pass to your theme park, Universal, and then I buy your overnight event ticket, and I can't have early access to all these attractions because I didn't buy the early access ticket. I, I'm already there. I already bought your pass. I already bought your butterbeer cream puff. But whatever, I digress. It is what it is. We just spent the time up in the first roll tavern because the only thing that wasn't open until or sorry, the only thing that opens at 7 were the attractions. Everything else, food, drinks, those are open uh, at for FanFest at 5:30 when they kick everybody out of the park. So we went up to the first roll tavern, and this is the last night. I want to try what looks good on the menu. So I get the bread and fondue because this is bread and cheese. You can't go wrong with bread and cheese. And I also got the dragon's breath, which comes, it's like a little spicy drink with a little dry ice so it bubbles and thing. It's like, oh man. And I drank it. Oh man, that's the spiciest drink I've ever had. My girlfriend got the Eldritch Blast drink, which is like vodka, mint, or whatever. It just tasted like soda. You couldn't even taste the alcohol. The only reason I got the Dragon's Breath a drink because that was the only drink that had tequila, and I'm a tequila guy. Um, and then we also got the gelatinous cube, which was also delicious. Had little candies in it. Brilliant, brilliant idea. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And I'm going to segue off of this topic of FanFest to talk about Universal's food in general. I can't stand the food they have at Universal. Every time I go to Toadstool Cafe, I'm disappointed. Every time I go anywhere else but the Three Broomsticks, I am disappointed. But then I talk to people and they tell me Toadstool Cafe is the best place. I love Toadstool Cafe. I love the garlic knots. I love the Mario burger and the mushroom soup. And I'm just like, I maybe they know I'm coming and they added extra like no flavor sauce or something. I have no idea. But every time I go to Toadstool Cafe, I leave with disappointment and regret for entering that place and wasting time to put a reservation. Uh, but I digress. Three Broomsticks is my favorite place to eat at Universal, period. At any theme park, to be honest. Anyways, back to FanFest. So with that out of the way, we got drinks in our system. We got some food in our system. Let's go up to Upper Lot, and we walk through Star Trek. I don't know if it's just me being ignorant to the fact of what Star Trek is all about. I don't know if it's because I, you know, enjoy Star Wars a little more. This was the third time I went through Star Trek, and I was still as bored as I was the last time. No offense to the performers. The performers were doing their all, bringing the energy, bringing the tension, the sense of urgency was with the performers. It is nothing against the performers. It is 100% against the story. The story of the Star Trek Red Alert walkthrough attraction is you are a tourist group about to explore this museum, and an anomaly hits the ship, or something like that, and the anomaly causes the ship to go awry from yellow alert to red alert. Once it goes to red alert, you enter the bridge, and once you're in the bridge, the anomaly makes contact and says, "Oh yeah, we just wanted to make contact. Thanks. See ya." And then we go back to Upper Lot. I mean, this is Star Trek. We have a plethora of races in the Star Trek lore. I mean, we have enough content to where they can make an MMO of this universe. But yet all we got was an anomaly trying to make contact with us, and no like action, or no like, this is a red alert, what the hell, you know? And then, what if they had Borgs coming in, or a rogue um, squadron of Klingons or something? I don't know what Star Trek is all about, but you know what I'm saying. And I was just disappointed. My girlfriend didn't know what the hell was going on. I even told her I know what's going on, but I also have no idea what's going on. And so we said, screw it. Uh, my we got to use the restroom. And as we're walking, we go all the way to Hogsmeade to use the restroom because I like hearing moaning Myrtle when I pee or poop. And then we see the little Niffler thing going on. And this is what made the night for us, was the Niffler experience over in Hogsmeade. And I was waiting for the Niffler while my wonderful girlfriend was going to the restroom. And when she came back, that is when the experience kind of started. I was waiting in the area for it to, like, to the experience to start, or the show to start. And the performers doing the Niffler um, interactions were fantastic, absolutely perfect. They had the energy, they brought the magic, they had it all. And I was dressed up as the grabber, and they actually let me bring in a plastic knife, but they wouldn't let me bring in the bottom half of the grabber mask. Even though I've been seeing pictures online of people wearing a full mask, I have no idea what the hell they had against me. Maybe they're just anti-grabber fans. They didn't like the Black Phone movie. But I digress. I still had the glasses. I still had the top hat and everything, the turtleneck. I was, you could tell who I was. And so the performer asked, "Well, we got to find a way to calm the Niffler down. Does anybody have any ideas?" And I was like, "Yeah, I got an idea." I took out the knife and was heading towards the Niffler, and and the performer's reaction was fantastic. The performer was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa! Hey, you sure do like showing off that knife. Yeah, but maybe we could find a more peaceful option." I was like, "Ah, yeah, whatever." And so she suggested maybe singing a song to the Niffler. And so she asked the audience, "Is there anybody who would like to sing a lullaby, or sing something that that was sung to them to calm them down?" And I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah," pointing to my girlfriend, being the boyfriend that I am. Yeah, she knows a song. She knows it. I push my girlfriend. She doesn't want to do it. Um, a little embarrassed, but that's okay. And the performer asked, "So, what song would do you think that would calm the Niffler down?" And my girlfriend says the ABCs, and I couldn't stop laughing. I was laughing so hard, and everybody around the Niffler experience was singing the ABCs, and it was the funniest thing of the night, and it made our night just the best. And that is when I told myself, you know what? I'm gonna miss FanFest. I'm gonna miss FanFest because they don't have this stuff going on during the day. It is a FanFest only thing. I honestly think maybe they should have something like that during the day. But whatever, you know, it's a FanFest thing. Maybe similar to the Yoshi stuff over at Super Nintendo World, we can keep some of it. Not saying that they're going to keep Yoshi, but they're keeping a lot of the Yoshi merch that was originally supposed to be just FanFest merch. But now that merch is here to stay throughout however long they are able to sell that stuff for. But yeah, I was very satisfied with the Niffler experience. I didn't stay for the pyrotechnic show or the projection show. I'm not really a big fireworks guy. Like, they're just lights up in the sky, big whoop. But I digress. It is a good event to go with somebody, is what I learned, because her and I had so much fun just hanging out and just enjoying the after hours of Universal Studios Hollywood. So after that, we decided, let's go to Hill Valley. Let's go to the 50s, 1955. We're not going to go 88 miles per hour on the tram. It's not even going to be close. But it took us back in time to the 1955s. And I mean, you know it, I know it, the American people know it. This is the best thing that FanFest has to offer. This is what you go to FanFest for. It is worth the price of admission. It was sorry, the event's over. It was worth the price of admission to go to FanFest simply for the Back to the Future. And even when we were done with the Back to the Future experience, we were able to see both sets for a little bit of Back to the Future. My girlfriend turned to me and said, "Yeah, you're right. This is what makes FanFest worth it. This is the best thing at FanFest." And she's like, "I wish we would have just gone here first." And that is going to that was everybody's experience when I talked to them about it. Was I wish we would have just done this first. Um, and that's kind of where we ended our night. To be honest, we didn't do Dungeons and Dragons because by that time we didn't want to go all the way down to Lower Lot and just for Dungeons and Dragons and maybe taking a picture with Yoshi. But I just hope next year they come out with a bang. And that is also what I want to talk about is what I want to see for next year. What properties I would like to see. I know that Universal's handing or emailing surveys to guests and trying to see some like similar to HHN, trying to see what would get people excited, what people want to see, how how close we can get to how close they can get to making it happen. And I haven't looked at those surveys. I haven't looked at the email. I am just going to tell you what I would like to personally see at Universal Studios Hollywood Fan Fest 2026 because we all know it's coming back. I want more. If you're going to do anime, I want more and stronger representation of the anime. I don't want little photo ops. I don't want a show that you just brought overseas. I want like experiences similar to Star Trek and Dungeons and Dragons. I want to be in the anime, and I would love, love, love just any anime. I'm an ignorant American. I don't watch a lot of anime, but I know the popular ones: Naruto, Dragon Ball. The whole point of having these IPs at an event like this is to get people interested in the IPs, to get more eyes on the IPs. And I understand it's called Fan Fest. It's meant for the fans, but it's also meant for the people who have no idea who the fuck One Piece is. So I would like to see Dragon Ball, Naruto. I have no idea what those are. People love them. People love them to death. And I would like to see a representation of Naruto and Dragon Ball. Also, Demon Slayer or any other popular anime that is out there, even Attack on Titan, but I feel like a lot of people would say that is more Horror Nights oriented. But whatever. On the terms of experiences like Back to the Future, I would absolutely love maybe a Terminator experience where you're having to help save John Connor, or maybe a Scooby Doo experience where you have to help the gang look for clues, solve the mysteries, and get the monster at the end, or the ghost. There's so many things that they can do. There are so many properties that they own, and I feel like after this event, they're going to look closely at each movie, TV show, whatever they own, and they're going to closely examine it to see what they can turn into an experience as we got during FanFest. I would love to see more gaming as well. We were told we are going to have uh, gaming representation, but the only gaming representation we got was Yoshi, and it's called Super Nintendo World. Nintendo's got a plethora of characters, but we all know that they're very stingy with how they use their IP in certain areas. So I know, I would, probably you would, and the American people would too, love to see Link, Zelda, or just any other representation of Nintendo characters other than Mario. And I don't like Nintendo right now. Nintendo is on my Death Note list right now because of what they're doing with the Switch 2. But we're not here to talk about all that. We're here to talk about what I want to see it during FanFest, and I just want to see more representation of stuff that you don't normally see. Stuff that has a huge fandom, but we don't those fandoms don't get experiences like Star Trek, Red Alert, like Dungeons and Dragons, Secrets of Waterdeep, like the Jujutsu, the what fucking you know what I mean, the JJK fucking the Kaizen of the Jujutsu show or whatever. Just more representation of these fandoms that are near and dear to a lot of people's hearts and a lot of people's childhoods as well. Uh, you know, a big thing with Back to the Future is it has been around since 1985. Its 40-year anniversary. That is almost like two different eras uh, that are celebrating Back to the Future. Maybe three different eras, however you want to look at it. And it is something that is incredible to just be in that area, seeing everybody dressed up in costumes, just together enjoying what what this movie is made to do, and just I don't know. I can't even put words to it. Whatever I just said didn't even make sense. I can't even put words to it. The Back to the Future experience is fantastic. Okay, it was fantastic, and it still is going to be fantastic. And I know that a lot of people are going to expect something like that next year. Everybody, if we get FanFest 2026, which we're going to get, as long as it doesn't come out, as long as it doesn't go um, during when GTA 6 comes out, because nobody is doing jack of all shit once GTA 6 comes out. We know it. it. Nobody's going to work that day. So just come out swinging, Universal. You have the money, you have the props, you have the set designs, you have a whole backlot that you can bring people to do certain things in certain movies that you've actually filmed there. The possibilities are endless. I just can't wait to see what FanFest 2026 is going to bring. Um, and you know, it's no longer about, well, that's not horror. They're not going to do that at HHN. Now it's about, well, they can do it at FanFest now. They can do it, you know, even like for instance, Ghostbusters. That's not really horror oriented, but I could totally see it at FanFest. It is such a good IP to have at FanFest, and especially and even Terminator. There, excuse me. uh, sorry, there's a little bit of the butterbeer cream puff coming back up, but anyways, there's so many properties that Universal can do things with. Hell, I would even like to see a Jurassic Park experience similar to Back to the Future. I would like to see again, I would like to see whatever Universal wants to bring. I mean, look at that. Oh, whoops, wrong side. Here, there it is. It's Toothless in there. Give us How to Train Your Dragon. You know, give us something like that. But anyways, that's kind of it. I'm just tripping over the same things I'm saying. But what would you guys like to see in a future fan fest? Is there a property that you think, dude, they could totally do something with this? Put it down in the comments. Scooby Doo is the number one thing I would love to see. I love Scooby Doo. Everybody loves Scooby Doo, and it is the perfect IP to base an interactive experience around, as well as an HHN house. But we're not here for HHN. We're here for FFN. Uh, but yeah, that's kind of it, guys. I hope maybe uh, you have similar experiences to what I have just shared with you. If you do, please tell me about them. I would love to hear everybody else's experience during FFN, because that's what FFN is all about: interaction and experiences. So, anyways, guys, this is Fiznet. Have a good day, have a good night, and whatever your time zone may be, don't forget to have a good life. See you guys.